Hello my lovelies, it is time for my February Wheel of TBR, so stay tuned. Hello, hi, welcome. If you're new here, the Wheel of TBR is one of my many TBR games that I play in order to select what books that I'm going to be reading for the month. As you may have seen, if you've been here for a little bit, I also do a Cards Against My TBR and a Have I Read It, and the Have I Read It's one where you get to vote to choose my book, or one of the books, or multiple books that I have to read in the month. So let's start this off with, well, quick overview. I spend 5 times. If I haven't completed something and I don't want to roll it over, I have to do an extra spin to mark on the board. Not an extra spin for a book, but just to put another mark on the board. When I get 5 marks on one spot, I do have to do an extra spin, which means an extra book. I have a feeling there's going to be some bonus spins this month because there are already 3 spaces on here that have 4 marks on them. And I will be doing some punishment spins. So let's look at how I did. So starting out with the books that I was supposed to read in December, but if I didn't finish, I would roll them over into January. On my Have I Read It number 22, I was supposed to read 3 books in December and one of them I didn't finish. And so I rolled it over into January, and that was Nevermore by Kelly Krieg. And I have not finished this. I have not started it. And it's currently the 26th while I'm finished filming this. So there's a pretty good possibility that this is not going to get read in January. So I am rolling this one over into February. For my Have I Read It number 23, I was also supposed to read 3 books, and 2 of those 3 I did finish in December, but one got rolled over into January, and that was Things I Can't Explain by Mitchell Kriegman, and I did read this in January. And then the books that actually got selected for my January's Have I Read It, for Have I Read It number 24, I was to read Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. And I have not yet read this. I would like to try to finish it by the end of this month, but if not, it will get rolled over into February. And then for my Have I Read It number 25, there were 2 books tied in first place, and I only had to read one. So I said, I'm gonna try to read both, but if not, I only have to read one, so I don't have to like roll anything over if I don't complete them both. So I had Help for the Haunted by John Searles and Made of Secrets by Jennifer McGowan, and I did read Help for the Haunted. However, I did not read Made of Secrets, but this isn't going to get rolled over or anything. So okay, so these are all of the books that I got for my January Wheel of TBR. So for Pet Pick, I got Children of Blood and Bone, and I did read that. For TBR Jar, I got All the Stars and Teeth, and I have not read that one, and that is one that I will take a punishment mark for. For Goodreads, I was to read the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and I did not read that, so that's another punishment mark I'll be taking. For comedy, I was to read Undercover Bromance, and I did read that. For Unplugged Book Box, I was to read What Big Teeth, and I did read that. And for Bookish Book, I was to read Book Love, and I did not read that. However, it is a really short graphic novel, so if I don't finish it this month, I will roll it over into February. Okay, so before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and do the 2 spins to put punishment marks up here to see if we end up with any bonus spins or anything. So here we go. First of my punishments. Okay, there's currently only 3 marks on this one, so now it has 4 marks. And for my second punishment mark, oh, it bounced back. I thought I was about to have a bonus spin because that one that it started to stop on has 4 marks. However, this one only has 2, so yay, it has 3. However, there are now 4 on here that have 4 marks, so it's a landmine. Okay, so as I mentioned before, my Have I Read It's are videos that I go back and I look at a past haul and I say, have I read it? Have I not? Have I unhauled it? And based on how many books are in my unread stack determines how many I have to read. So as you saw before, there were like 3 books I had to read for one and 3 books I had to read for another, because I had like around 30 books, like over 20 books that I hadn't read. But for the first time ever in Have I Read number 26, there was only 1 book, so there was no vote. And that is 1 Second After by William R. Forestgen. So this is the book that I'll be reading for my Have I Read It number 26. And for Have I Read It number 27, it wasn't a whole lot worse. I only had 2 books that I hadn't read, so it was a pretty simple vote. You voted for one or the other. Those were Flawed by, oh gosh, what's her name? Cecilia Ahern, or Ash and Bramble by Sarah Prentice. Flawed got 24 votes and Ash and Bramble got 67 votes. So this is the book that I will be reading for Have I Read It number 27. Okay, so in addition to those that get rolled over, I also have my buddy reads for the month. We will be buddy reading More Than We Can Tell by Bridget Kimmer, The Witch of Willow Hall by Hester Fox, The Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman, and then Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. And then I also have my books for my Cards Against My TBR. So yeah, I want to see if I can fit those into the wheel. Okay, so unless we end up with any bonus spins, we only have 5 spins to do this month. Fingers crossed that's all that happens, but I highly, highly doubt it with all of these ones that have 4 on them. All right, spin number 1. Animal on the cover. Okay, this also has 3, so let me mark that. And we will go ahead and replace this. Where are my things? Okay, I have all my prompts in here. Mix them up. We will replace that with Gifted. So this is a book that someone has gifted to me. Okay, let me find a book with an animal on the cover. Perfect. One of the books that I had to read for my Cards Against My TBR, and just one of the books I wanted to read this month, is Crazy Stupid Bromance by Elisa K. Adams. And there is a kitty cat on the cover. And this is the 3rd book in the Bromance Book Club, which is a super cute series. You got a bunch of guys that read romance novels in order to help their relationships, and I love it. All right, spin number 2. Twitter pic. Crap. Hold on. Okay, I didn't post anything on Twitter yet. I didn't think about it. So let me do that now, and we may just come back to the results. Hold on. Okay, so what I did here was I put a poll up between Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray and Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi. Because I just read the first book, or reread the first book in this series, and because this is one that I'm going to be reading anyway, it's a buddy read, I posted that to Twitter and I put it up for just 5 minutes, and at this point I think there's only like a minute or 2 left, so we're going to check and see which one won. This is one that I have to read. This is one that I don't really have to read. I'd like to read at some point soon because I did just read the first one, but I don't have to read it this month, and I'd kind of prefer to not add extra books that I don't have to read. So fingers crossed. Okay, so there is 1 minute left, so I'm gonna go ahead and, did I mark this already? No, I also think I need a darker marker, so I'm gonna use this one. Okay, we're gonna mark that, and we will replace Twitter pic with a standalone. All right, let's see how our poll is doing. Oh, it says it's poll ending. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of this and I can put it up here. There are currently 7 votes. 100% of them are for Layer of Dreams, so yay. Okay, that was spin number 2. On to spin number 3. Romance, perfect for February. And there's only 1 mark on that one, so whew. All right, the only book that I had in like the books that I had to read that were romance, I've already used with Crazy Stupid Bromance. So I decided to go with Isn't It Bromantic by Lisa K. Adams, which is the 4th book in the Bromance Book Club series. So perfect. This is the last of the books in this series that I have, so yay. Okay, we're going to mark that one and replace romance with food on the cover. I'm also thinking I may move where I film next month because there is a squeaky spot on my floor that's driving me crazy, and every time I move, you hear it? It's driving me crazy. So I'm thinking I may move somewhere there's not a squeaky spot. Okay, so that was spin number 3. On to spin number 4. I knew it was gonna happen. I was just thinking, I'm surprised we haven't gotten one of these that already has 4 on it. It happened. Okay, so LGBTQ plus, that one has 4 on it. So let me erase those. One of those marks just really didn't want to come off. Okay, let me see. What do I have? For this, I'm going to read Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman. And this was kindly gifted to me by my friend Clint. So this is the book I will be reading for that one. Okay, let's replace that with mythology inspired. There are a lot of Rick Riordan books that I plan on reading this year, so if that comes up, great. I don't have any that I plan on reading this month, so if it comes up this month, not so great, but okay, spin number 5. This would have been our last spin, but we do have a bonus spin since that one had 4 on it. Now it's 5 spins on there. Anyway, spin number 5. Oh, Once Upon a Book Club Special Edition. Okay, let me go ahead and we'll mark that. Now, let me see which special edition boxes I have. I have a middle grade one, and I have a classic one. I also have the book that came in my Advent box, which I didn't end up reading because the Advent box came so late, and I just did a full unboxing, which you'll see that video soon. I'm currently editing it. I think maybe I'll pick that one because I do want to go ahead and get that one read. Okay, sorry if the angle changed. Einstein moved the tripod. Okay, so I have the Once Upon a Book Club presents 12 Days of Book Clubmas Volume 4. And this is a pretty short book. It's a little over 200 pages, so this will be quick to get through. Yes, I'll be reading Christmas stories in February. Okay, I marked that. Let's replace that with... mix them up. Sprayed edges. I don't have any books that I have to read that have sprayed edges either. Okay, so this next spin is my bonus spin. On my bonus spins, I do change out the prompt, but I do not mark on it. So this will be the only bonus spin that I have to do, surprisingly. Okay, so bonus spin. Standalone. Okay, I do have a standalone. Actually, I have 2 standalones that I have to read this month that haven't been selected already. So I'm going to go with The Witch of Willow Hall by Hester Fox. This is like a spooky historical fiction, ghosts, witches, all that good stuff. So that's what I'm going to pick for that one. And then we will go ahead and replace Standalone with Book Outlet. That is just one of the many books that I've gotten from Book Outlet. A lot of my Have I Read It's come from that. Future me here. I had to interrupt this because I realized that I forgot to tell you what I was going to do for my TBR Knockout. And as far as Buzzwordathon, I don't think that I'm going to do that this month. Actually, I decided I will be doing Buzzword. I just won't be doing it during the first week of February. The book that I will be picking for Buzzword is More Than We Know by Bridget Kimmer. And I'll be reading that later in the month because it is one of my buddy reads. But for my TBR Knockout, the theme is short, which is perfect. And for the first prompt, it is to read a short story collection. So I will be reading Once Upon a Book Club Presents 12 Days of Book Clubmas Volume 4 for that one. And then for the second prompt, it's to read a short book, which is under 250 pages. And where this would have worked for that, I went with a really short book since none of the other books that I've got on my TBR were under 250 pages. I picked one off my shelf and I selected Consumed: The Need for Collective Change, Colonialism, Climate Change, and Consumerism by Aja Barber. And this is 17 pages. So that is what I'm going to read for that prompt. Okay, so here is everything that's gotten rolled over and everything that I got from my spins, plus these two buddy reads that didn't get picked for anything, plus this one other book that was part of my Cards Against My TBR. So this is what I have to read. Hold on, let me count them. 14 books. Not nearly as bad as last month. Hopefully I can do it. February is going to be a bit of a wild month because I do plan on taking a long trip with my husband to Barcelona, and I don't know how much reading I'm going to do while we're there. I will be bringing some books along, but I'm hoping to get most of this stuff read like before and after. So fingers crossed that I can do it. Have you guys read any of these books? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!